Welcome to SerpentVisionary Oracle. I just got off the mat. Can't you tell? Look at my eyes. I bawled my eyes out of the mat today. It was a beautiful session. I can tell you're so crazy. So how's it going out there? Oh my gosh, right? People getting slammed and smacked, or you're either smiling huge and big from the beautiful movement that's happening right now. It's not been easy changes. Believe me, it's been big. There's not no little shifts. These are just like boom. As the aces continue on the table, the world card, judgment, a lot of judgment, but what the hell? I can't even talk. Judgment, the judgment card, the world card, but the sun, the fool and the magician. Oh, there's so many beautiful cards coming out on everyone's reading these days. Very interesting. Lots of surprises. Right. And then, right now it's the Leo season too. Fire, passion, vitality. But then there's the retrogrades. The obvious one is the Mercury. Everybody knows about the Mercury retrograde mostly, and that's mostly quirky shit or blasts from the past or some funny communications. There's a lot of good things that happen during retrogrades. Everybody's like, oh, retrograde, this, that. But there's a lot of great connections happening. It's more the Saturn and the Neptune retrogrades that are kicking people's asses out there. It's sitting home. Not easy. Oh, and then there's Chiron too. If you're like an astrology person, the Chiron thing. So if there's wounds, there's pain, there's like whatever hasn't completed and it's coming up, and if you're numbing and not wanting to deal, great. But if you are taking it on, beautiful. There's no wrong here. It's just your choice. So a lot of people comment on Instagram in the DMs, and I appreciate that too, because there's a pretty interesting pick-a-pile that I did on this retrograde. Okay. So today I always tap in after yoga, because then I'm really open, I'm grounded, slightly loopy. So there is the promo is still there. Someone asked me in DM me, what's this card promo you talk about? And there's Amazon wish list and Etsy wish list is what they call a registry. So I have decks listed there. If you bless this magic card reading table with a deck or decks, either one, mismatch, however you want to do, you earn a reading from me. And that's at a pretty good old chunkaroo discount too. Oh, itchies. Allergy season too, man. You can tell by my nasally voice, no? So welcome everybody. I want to check in with the vibes. And today I'm using the Starman. I'm going to return to the David Bowie deck. If you are a card avid or you like cards, collector, even if you don't read or whatever, these cards are mind-blowing. Because every time I think I know a card, I go in and I use the flip lens of the phone, which picks up a lot more when it's close up. It's pretty mind-blowing, this deck. And I've not delved into the guidebook at all. I can't imagine what's in there. There's a comment here that it says, cards seem like false prophets like Satan. They don't even fucking make sense. Let me look. Ooh, that's profound. That's pretty deep. Let me think about that one. That's funny because, see, here's the joke about you guys. You're on here looking and listening. Thank you. You add to the whatever algorithm or whatever the fuck. So Appreciate you for that comment. That's a really good comment. I like that. Cards seemed like false prophets like Satan. So you're calling Satan a prophet? Or let's see. I think you're triggered. I like to read them. I'm not even stressed out. Hey, people are crazy. Okay. What else, Starman? What you got to say? Because you're here. Satan followers use cards. Okay. Here, there's 3 piles again. There actually is 4. Okay. 4 individual vibes. I'll take it. Vibe number 1, 10 swords, 4 of pentacles. Vibe number 2, 9 swords, 3 swords. Yikes. Vibe number 3, 7 pentacles. And vibe number 4, 4 of swords upside down. Okay. Oh, yeah. So another theme I'm tapping into these days on people's personal readings is that the swords are returning. What happened to my face? If you're referring like I look like fucking hell, it's because I've been crying my eyeballs out. My house is so dusty. I would take out those fucking contact lenses and wash them out, homeboy. Davy D. Does D stand for Davy? Dick and gravy. All right. You guys are funny. You guys have nothing better to do. It's so crazy. What's going on over here? Okay. I think you're the one that's bothered. I just find them entertaining. I just play with words. You don't see no stress in my body. It's so funny, people. All right. Okay. Okay. Wow, look at the 3 vibes here. There's a lot of drama. And you're going to see the cards, like I'm going to flip them over and everything so you can see what I'm talking about. Because sometimes this is not like for you personally. It can be like happening with someone in your house. It could be someone that you're close to. The vibes are everywhere right now. They're all over the place right now. Okay, vibe number 1. I'm going to need more cards than that because that's just like, this is what's interesting as well. All the tarot cards so far, they're all court with no action, kings or queens, or beginnings of anything. Smoke more sticks and stems. That's for tea. I like the most potentest flower I can get my hands on. You're funny. Okay. Well, obviously the vibe number 1 over here, you're done you're like done. You're beyond done. I think with you guys in vibe 1, you're just tired of being, you know, of no response here. Of the, you know how you have give, receive, give, receive. Well, there's not been any giving here. Someone's not been giving. Someone's been pretty stingy, holding back. But see, there's a resilience here. In this first vibe, that's okay that this is you. Because in order to, I think this is what's happening here on the card table. It's like a progression of what's going on with things, like the levels. Because there's obviously one that's very, very different from the others. So at least you woke up because you're done. This is like being overstressed. This is like when depression takes over, your mind takes over. You're like, it's beyond anxiety. It's beyond like inner, outer. It's from fucking everywhere. But then you see it. We have resilience and we can adapt to almost anything. But it's up to you if you're going to let it take you down or you're going to rise the fuck up. Because there's a lot of swords here. This is another thing I'm picking up about people when you're not allowing to go deep enough to really look at the truth, because it causes a lot of anxiety. So yeah, so you wake up, the vibe is like when people wake up into it, okay, yeah, but then they have to realize that they have to go to the heart, because the heart's where the truth is. And oh no, I don't want to look in there. Oh no, nah, I'll pass. That's okay, you can choose that. But there is no replacement for the truth. Not when it has to do with heart intelligence. For those that have been numb or distracted, those feelings come up and you can no longer numb out or run, because it's just time. With the 9 sword and the 3 of sword together, at least this card portrays the 3 of sword it's very, very different. Because there's a really big breakthrough and potential here if you choose to dive in and look. You have an outlet, or have one, find one. There's an outlet here that's where the breakthrough is. Numbing and distraction and like stuffing it down, that's okay. It serves that purpose. It serves to keep anxiety in place and depression. It's not easy. But there's a lot of resilience here. Because, people can take a lot. That's crazy. But when you don't take care of yourself, it's a path where, especially if it's anger. I just talked to someone about the anger today, and they said to me that there's no reason for my anger. I'm like, where'd you get that one from? Of course, there's reason for your anger. It's usually reasons, not particularly one, because it starts to all like clump together, all the experiences and everything that we go through. But it's like, there's some people on my table that they'll get 3 of swords, the fucking devil's on there, and they're like looking at me like they don't know what I'm talking about. And I know they know what I'm talking about, especially if the judgment card's there. So what's all that mean? That they still want to play with the toxicities. They don't want to let go. They want to stay with that person. All the bounded excuses and complaints. I hear them all. I just sit there and go, oh, I just read what's here. I don't tell people what they want to hear. I just read what's here. I'm not the type like, oh, take what resonates with you. Like, fuck that. This is what's here. That's how you're just listening. I don't know. I just read what's here. Damn. Don't get all crazy. Come on, light. What a time for the lighter to go. Blah. It's worth it. That's all I got to say. It's worth it. I don't care what the responsibilities, monies, I hear it all. Of the why they can't. Don't get me wrong. It's all valid. It's all valid. But it's still an excuse. Well, you'll show up what you're dedicated to and committed to. And even if it's drama. Is it bad? No, it's just what you're committed to. I don't mind. I just read. I just listen. You know? But there is a big warning here. To let that shit go. Or find somewhere, find some modality. That you can get that out of your heart. Especially. Because the third vibe here is the 7 of the Pentacles. When you return to the inner, where you return to something that, where your heart's there. Where you like within. Because the thinker, it's the thinker card here. When you return, the abundance is a very different experience. Because money's just energy. And there's abundance out there and people are thriving. I see it on the table. But what I'm seeing lately, this is the retrograde themes, is that it's piercing the heart space, the heart intelligence. It's just like a checkup, a check-in, right? But this time you're seeing the surgeon of an expertise. It's no longer an MD issue. You're in the hand of the surgeon kind of vibe. But you choose. For those that are in the top of the third vibe here, anything for the Starman to say before I go, because it's brunch time. Anything else? Yeah, the ones that have the anger, especially ones that are ill. To undo anything like that's not an overnight thing. It's not a retreat that's a weekend. It takes some time to get to the layers. The heart layers especially, yeah. But you're on your way. If you say yes, so be it. There's no deadline. There's just a lifeline. Your pace and what you choose is yours. That's what makes everything unique. There is success here. There's justice here. What else is here? The 8 of Swords and the Moon. That's right. So the 8, there's a lot of swords here, geez. But there's the success. There's the balance. There's justice. But see, when the life is unbalanced, what happens? Life comes at you differently than others. When the scale's tipped, it kind of can happen for you. Unless you see it for yourself, like, oh boy, you know, which a lot of you have that have had personal readings with me. You've shared so many amazing stories. I get to hear the most amazing stories from around the world. Live. They sit like right across from me. It's amazing with their beautiful accents, with their interpreters sometimes, like their friend that lives in America or whatever, you know. I love it. For those that are willing to go in there and release those emotions, there's a lot that's going to happen by the full moon. This is really happening fast. Those are the ones that are not, those are the ones that are doing work. These are not, I'm beyond the excuse and the complainers already. You already know that message. I said, this is the one that's the seven of the pentacle. Like you're going to put in all that, the passion, the energy, that it's in growth spurt. You've already planted the seeds. Hold up. Tell you every time I look at these cards, I see something different. This is one of the most amazing 7 pentacle cards to gaze at. This deck is like everything. It's one of my favorites. Starting off with the 10 of the swords. This is the vibe 1, okay? Show you what happened here at the table. Let me see. And this came with that. All right. Beautiful. Now, when I put I'm going to see how close I can get the camera. Not a peaceful place. Nor is this. Wow. Okay, I'm going to like zoom in. A lot going on here. There's so much imagery in this card deck. Gaze into this, though. What do you see? There's a lot of like death vibes here. For the opposition, or I don't know if it's you, whoever this is pertaining to, I don't think it's you, hopefully not, that you're going through something hardcore like this. Definitely like not what it seemed. Because there's a mask here. Interesting. So there's definitely someone holding back, not giving, one-sided, very stingy, kind of like the emperor's worker, like the devil's advocate type. It's that strong. Not easy energies, because that makes a lot of sense. Because I mean, when I'm seeing like the fucking devil in people's readings and there's a judgment and this and that, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, let me give it to you straight. And I say it twice. I love when I shuffle the deck, another deck, and the same card comes out. I'm like, yeah. Moving on, but you see it though. This mask comes off because it's going to come from the 10 and then the second energy over here. Come on, camera. I didn't do nothing. Camera police, please. Let's see what the camera says. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. It's kind of funny that it hits with this particular card. All right. Thank you. Damn. There we are. You see, everything that happens in a reading's valid here. Anyways, like I was saying, it goes from the 10. We're going to coast over to the 9. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's not easy to face all that. I know that. Isn't this a really nice energy? That's a lot to store in one's self. Ouch. Next to the 3 of the Swords especially. Although see how the 3 of the Swords is portrayed really different in this deck. I like that. This is interesting because it's going to mimic this right here. Isn't that interesting? But this time you can see where the arm is. And it's no longer the phony grasps of the person here. This time you have the vision of the hawk, a bird. Oh, here I go. The bird of the prey. This is also an interesting mask. Like it's dissolving from what it was in the past. There's a lot of good protection here. Also, when this comes out, it's saying there's an outlet here. Because see, the arms are open. The heart's vulnerable. Although, you know, it's very like, you have an outlet here. You do. You have many tools. You just have to go reach out and grab it. I like that there's like the spray can here, but you know, hey, it's a double meaning there, if you know what I mean. Although, I like this right here. And there's a question mark as well. Up to us, right? Up to you. Interesting 3 of Swords. Now, I get the opportunity to see these birds close. There's a lot of them in these lands. Mind-blowing, that's all I have to say. They are so keen and focused on the land. They are like the bird of the air over here. The highest soaring of them all. Up to you. Or you can have this. There's more with this, right? I have to like rearrange the table because it got a little cards flip and everything. There, you know how live this table is. But damn, he's upside down. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. This 4 sword, come on. What a beautiful 4 swords card. See, that was me in yoga earlier. Except you'd see like tons of tears coming out of my eyes. It's such a beautiful, like, strengthening practice of release too. Especially when you get in there like I do. But this is the card of care. This is the card of piecing out. Taking care of yourself. You know, strengthening that third eye, your heart, everywhere. Isn't this a fucking awesome 4 sword card? He's upside down. And this year the anger people. Check out this card, man. Look. Woo! It's pretty wicked. That make a good back piece on a tattoo, like a tattoo. That make a fucking rad back piece. Anyways, what's interesting that also goes with this is, but it breaks down though, because now here's the 8. There's like this numerology thing going on here, so I like this. But you know, you have to do the fucking work, or you can stay with, you know, this dude if you want. But there's a breakdown here, but you're willing. This card flew in and went, phew. So it's an action if you choose. But this is like, poor guy, man. He's like, this reminds me of like when they steal your tires in the hood and they put these, they'll put your, they leave your car on the crates, right? But because this is so stupid, the cars weigh a ton, right? Then the freaking things would just crack. And it's like so amateur hood, but hey, they got away with it in that day. Very slow. But see, look, there's a light here. There's reception. But you got to get out of, you know, you got to choose it. I want to get back into that. Anyways, when I had asked about, oh, wait. Then there was this one. So that was vibe number 3. So this is unlike the other two, which if you're in this category, in some shape or form, probably it did go down, but this is no longer controlling your show. This is it doesn't control your life. You just saw through that and go, oh yeah, you did that, but you know, you've been there, done that. You're doing the work. Again, one of my favorite 7 Pentacle cards. I think that's what it is. It's the light. Okay. I particularly like this that's going on here in the cloud space. And then, you know, this scribble right here, it's not just scribble. There's some hidden messages in these cards, like in there. I'm sure, because I found a few already. Anyhow, but look at this tree in the back. That's just like that's an awesome 7 Pentacle card. I love the way that it's casted in the stone. And when I have those feels, it's like leaving legacy for yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone does or cares, or, you know, it's all for you, but internally, heart space. Because look at how it's all king, you know, crystal here. But it's very phallic and it's very fuck you. Right? Anyhow, fuck yeah for those that are on track with the vision, because when I asked, there's the 6 of the wand, success. Get the vibes coming out of the hand. Which is cool because here there's a hand, like it's like the you know, you see where the hand vibe is, and then now it's like the light comes back. It's beautiful. But when you gaze in this image, you see a lot. You see if I can close up here. See if you see anything for yourself. See these, it's amazing, this deck. I wish I had like a better, I like that fire over there. There was a lot of journey in this card. Yes, there was, but look what's illuminating. I also like this as an interesting moon card as well. Because look at the dead layers here, the cycles, look at the dead layers. She's fierce, Mama Luna. That's the vibe. And this also, like, you know, it's like being able to be with emotion and feels, or that's all they are, where they don't run the show. It's like when I was going through that hardcore, it's not easy when it hits home and tears you down, obviously, over here. But I understand. Oh, okay. I can't do that. Geez, camera, you're so sensitive. Let's see if it comes back just by hanging out on this image. But that's a lot of freedom here. But again, your choice. Thanks for watching. It's been fabulous. Salud.